another episode of the ASAB After Show. I'm Yari.
And I'm Mely.
And today we're going to be talking about our episode 10, which is about friendships.
10 episodes already. Isn't that awesome?
Already, guys.
I hope you guys are enjoying them. Yeah, so this last one was about friendships. And I think we talked a lot about like the different kinds of friendships that we have. And we find value in like each one of those friendships.
Yeah, we mentioned in our podcast that friendships are a lot like relationships. And just like relationships, we have to put a lot of work and effort into them.
Yeah.
Right? To keep those relationships going strong, you definitely have to put effort. Oftentimes, I mean, obviously the effort has to come from both parties.
Yeah, it has to be reciprocated both ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there are times where, you know, you mess up or the other person messes up and you kind of have to take the initiative, you know, if it's, you know, your fault or if it's
even
something
if it's not your fault. Like if you want that to keep that connection, you want to make that effort.
Yeah, definitely. So we wanted to tell you guys of a time where we felt like we needed to put a little bit more effort into a friendship.
Well, actually, I've never really put effort into a relationship when it was like, when I felt like there was a connection being lost there. But I feel like I'm so used to not communicating with my friends very often. And if I was to put more effort into communicating with them more often, I would be able to have a way better connection with them, and I could grow a much better friendship.
That's interesting. I feel like many people might not like acknowledge that.
Oh yeah.
Right? A lot of people are
well,
just...
I mean, acknowledging it by itself is also one thing. Like, it's just like saying it. It's
True,
like,
Mely. So how long have you been acknowledging it?
No, not it only took listening to this podcast for me to do that.
All right.
Because before then, I thought it was normal. I mean, it's been like, what, 27 years of that kind of friendship?
Yeah, true.
But did you ever have a time when you had to put more effort into your friendship?
I feel like I have. I feel like I went through like a transition phase in which I felt like I was losing a friend. And you know, I was going through, you know, my first pregnancy, and this friend and I just kind of stopped talking for a while, I guess. You know, the connection just wasn't really there. I don't know if it was because of me or because of her, but, you know, we're just in really...
Or maybe your life was just so busy, you just kind of like put it off.
Yeah, it was just kind of, you know, my life was changing really drastically at that time. So I don't know what it was or who, you know, whose fault it was. There was just no... I don't know who was at fault, but it just, you know, wasn't really happening for us. So I felt like after, you know, I had my baby, you know, we tried reconnecting a little bit more, and I remember feeling at some point that maybe, you know, like our friendship just wasn't gonna make it, but, you know, we just both kind of started putting more effort into it, and I started reaching out to her more, you know, just kind of putting aside how I felt during my pregnancy, you know, because I did feel like at times we're like, oh, you know, they just, you know, she doesn't want to hang out or whatever, you know, it's just, I know she's partying and stuff, and I'm not. So I kind of let those feelings, you know, aside, and I just, you know, put effort into reconnecting with her, and yeah, it just kind of, you know, it worked out, and she's, you know, still my best friend. So yeah, I mean, it really took for both of us to put effort into it, because I feel like if I would have just stayed in my feelings and like, oh, well, you know, she wasn't really there throughout my pregnancy, and you know, it's just, she's not a good friend. I could have very easily said that, right? Yeah. But that wasn't the case. You know, the case was, you know, we both had, you know, different lives at that time. We were going through different things, and you know, sometimes it just takes for you to put more effort into it, right? There are times where, you know, people grow apart, but...
And I was gonna say that because in the podcast we did mention how it's easier to make friends or to grow a deeper connection with a friend because you have things in common. And at that time of your life, you know, you were going through something different in your life than she was going through, you know? And so maybe that's what like caused you guys to lose that connection. But again, it doesn't matter what happens in life. Like if you want to keep that friendship, you have to put up like the effort to put it back together.
Right, no, I get what you're saying. Because we had already been friends for, you know, quite a few years prior to that. So
You have that history where you want to reconnect again. You want to keep that friendship for the long run.
Yeah. So I think, that was definitely a transition phase. And I mean, you just kind of, you learn, you know, that as you go through life, that friendships are relationships, and you just gotta like really, if you want it to work out, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes putting in this effort into making a deeper connection or making a friendship work that may be losing, you know, you may be losing each other. It can lead you to have those ideal friendships, you know, that everybody desires and everybody wants to have, or the kind of friendship that you want to have. And I know for me, it took me a while to get those kind of friendships. Like I had, you know, we mentioned like 3 categories in the podcast, and I had a few of those categories already, but for a moment there, I knew that I didn't have like a daily best friend. And that was because I had just lost my high school best friend. And so from losing a best friend, I didn't have like an everyday best friend that I could just go to. And it took a while for me to find a new one, you know, and it just takes you finding a friend and then making the effort into reciprocating it and everything, and finding out that you have things in common and all this stuff. So it took me like 27 years to find my ideal friendships.
But we did mention in our podcast, like, how do you make friends at our age?
I know.
You know, like once, like after high school, I just feel like it gets a little harder. Like I remember right after high school, you know, going to college. I went to college with 2 of my best friends. So, you know, I wasn't seeking new friends, you know, they just kind of happened. But after that phase, I went back to college, and I just felt like it was so hard for me to like connect with anybody. But at the same time, maybe I just never really put the effort because I already had my good friends.
So you maybe weren't really wanting to look for new friends.
But I've always been a very friendly person, so I feel like even if I wasn't looking for a friend, I just kind of felt like it would happen either way.
You would always kind of find one.
Yeah.
So now as an adult, you felt like you couldn't even do that anymore.
Yeah, like it wasn't happening the way it used to. It wasn't just happening for me. You know, I had to put effort into it. And was I willing to put that effort into it? Not really.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it was just kind of weird, you know, learning that I can't really make friends as easily anymore.
Yeah. It's just like a different phase of your life where now friendships is a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer like at the playground where you're just like, you want to be my friend?
Right. And I feel like it should be that easy still,
I know.
right? I mean, how wonderful would that be? Like, just go up to someone and be like, hey, like, I really like your shoes. You want to be friends?
I don't know. I'd be like, okay.
I'm not sure. What do you want to do?
Like, I don't really know you.
So it was really cool that, you know, you mentioned that you were able to make friends and really good friends now.
But it only happened because I was in college, and I was like with people that were around my age, you know. So it's kind of the same thing where like when you're in school, you're still around people your age. It's a lot easier for you to have connections with people because you're going through similar things.
Right.
But as an older person, like once you're an adult in the like real world kind of thing, you find people from like different ages, you find people in different stages of life, and it's just a little bit harder to connect. Or I don't know, it's just people are more blocked off as an adult.
Yeah, I guess it really does. It really happens when you just find something in common with these people, right? Because I guess part of me not being able to make friends, you know, like in college, was because, I mean, I was already married too, and I had kids. So I felt like even if I tried, the first thing that they would ask me was like, oh, you want to hang out? And it's like, oh, well, I gotta see, because so you know, I have this whole life going on.
Yeah.
So
maybe you were kind of blocking it off. Maybe, yeah. You were upfront doing it, you know what I mean?
Because I knew I didn't really have the time, you know? Like, I really didn't.
And friendships do take time.
They do. They do. So,
but it's worth it.
No, it is, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I started making friends with, like the other moms at my daughter's school. Even though, like, you know, there was a big age gap, you know, I just totally connected with these people because, you know, we both had a daughter the same age.
Yeah.
And little
did I... In the same class.
Yeah, in the same class. And little did I know was that, you know, like, we would struggle with similar things. you know, with the married life, with, you know, being a mom and having, you know, a job and trying to, you know, juggle work and stuff. So I feel like I didn't even think of, you know, our age difference. I just thought like, damn, like I really click with these people.
So you were finding friends, just not where you thought you were.
Afterwards, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was like about 2 years ago,
Okay.
where I started making friends again. My mom friends.
Yeah. Mom gang.
Yeah. So we do talk a little bit about that in our podcast, about how, you know, sometimes it's just easier to find friends that, you know, share the same lifestyle as you do, or just have something in common with you.
It's easier. It doesn't mean you can't connect with people who are completely different than you.
Right.
It's just easier to form connections with people that have something in common with you.
Yeah, makes sense.
So talking about that, like having people in common, having things in common with people, do you mix your group of friends? So let's say you have like your daily friend, and then you have your long distance friend, and then you have your deep connections friend. Like, do you mix all these groups together?
I do. I love mixing them.
Yeah?
So I feel like they're all my close friends, whether, you know, I talk to them on a daily, or whether, you know, it's someone that I don't talk to as often, but, you know, they've been in my life for like ever. You know, if I throw a party, if I have like anything going on and I want my people there, I'm gonna invite all of them.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're all my close people. Like, you know, my friends are my family. So I expect them to be there.
Yeah.
Right? So I do. I mix them, and, you know, I know that they've been able to form friendships within, you know, themselves with each other, because they end up clicking so well. And, you know, sometimes it just, you know, doesn't work out, but I feel like we all have like a common, what is it?
What are you gonna say? They all have you in common?
Yeah. I was gonna say common denominator, but I don't know what I was thinking.
You're the common denominator.
Yeah. But at this point, you know, when I invite my people over, it's, you know, obviously to share something with, you know, me. I want to share something with them, kind of thing, right? An experience or something, whatever it is.
A special moment in your life, yeah.
Yeah. Do you mix your friends?
I think I do. I've always have. I just invite everybody. Like you said, I invite everybody who's close to me because I expect them to share the moment with me, you know? I don't know if I've encountered a time when like they didn't all mix together. I mean, I have, or well, it's been more where like we mix, because now it's even more friends. It's not just my friends. It'll be like my boyfriend's friends too. So it's an even larger group that we're like trying to like get all together so we can all hang out, you know? And we're kind of just trying to mesh them in together. But sometimes, you know, they just don't get along or whatever.
I mean, not everyone's gonna get along.
Yeah, but we still try.
So we were thinking back onto the time where we reconnected. We've been in each other's lives for a long time. For how many years?
I forgot. We said it in the first place. Like, hear the intro of our podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of years that we've known each other. But check this out. We've only like been around each other because our families are around each other, right? So we would see each other at like family events, and we would see each other like at more family events.
Basically just family.
Yeah, we never hung out like outside of, you know.
We did a few times, but it was also because of like family.
Right.
Family like initiated.
Yeah. So, I guess Mely mentioned that we started reconnecting because she started noticing that we didn't see each other at family functions anymore.
Yeah, I would be going to like family events and she wouldn't be there. And then the times that I didn't go to the family event, I would hear that she would, you know? And I even remember there was this time when I was trying to give you a picture that we had taken like at Great America a long time ago. And I would take it every time that I would remember, and that I was like, oh, Yari's gonna be here at this event. And then you didn't end up being there. And so the picture, like, I think I still have it because I never saw it.
I'm still waiting for that picture.
Oh man, I will get it to you now.
Yeah, so then how did we reconnect? You said
I think I reached out to you just because it had been a while since I seen you. And I know your daughter was pretty big already. So it had been a while.
Oh, you're right, because we even got together at what was it, Red Robin?
No, Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't thinking of that time.
Oh no?
I was thinking of the two times that we got together for lunch. Because I remember her sister told me that she had just gotten a new job near where I work.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know, we should all get together for lunch sometime.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's when you reached out to me.
Yeah.
I was already gonna reach out to her though.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, so we got together, and this was only like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had another lunch date, and that was for her birthday. And then I think that was the last time that we talked.
Yeah.
Or that we saw each other. I think we texted here and there after that.
Yeah.
And then that's when you reached out to me.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I just reach out to her, let's do a podcast together.
And I'm like, okay. And here we are, guys, your favorite duo. Yeah, so that's how we reconnected.
Yeah, so we weren't even a close friendship either.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time that we did connect, it was just kind of like we picked up wherever we left off.
Right, yeah, no, we did.
So it's possible to have friendships without, you know, a
commitment.
A constant connection too.
Yeah.
But definitely you want to put effort into the relationship if you want to have a deeper connection and, you know, have more ideal friendships in your life.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, I know that it's super important to have, you know, those friends that you just really
can count on. Yeah,
that you can go to, that won't judge you, that, you know, will just listen to you, and that will also, you know, show you like a different, what is it, just like help you think out of the box and just, you know, do more for you in your life.
Friendships are really just like free therapists. Like, they're awesome.
Yep. Yeah, they are. So it's important to have, you know, your group that you can just rely on and know that no matter what, you know, they'll be there and you be there for them as well.
So I hope we encourage you to be appreciative of your friends that you do have, and to put more effort into your relationships and your friendships that you do have right now so that you can build deeper connections with them. Try to keep those friends that, you know, help you like stay happy and positive and, you know, help you reach your goals, because those are the people that are going to be the most beneficial in your life and in your you know, your goals and everything.
Yeah, what Mely said. Yeah, so go ahead and, you know, just make new friends, reconnect with old friends. It's always nice to reconnect with old friends, and just see where that takes you. Feel free to leave us a comment and to share our video and
tag your friends.
Yes, tag your besties down there.
Yeah, tag your friend and tell them that this podcast or this after show reminded you of them. Yeah, guys, so please, you know, like, subscribe, share, comment, do your thing, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bliss out.
Bliss out, guys.